is it. Hope I didn't forget anything.
Please do not leave your vehicle at the curb unattended.
Is this going to...
Baggage name, final destination.
Passport? Oh. Sorry. Let me tell you what happened in Lima. Oh my. First off, let me apologize that I look like this. Oh my god. I gotta clean up that. So, I get to Lima, Peru, and I'm so excited, like, oh bro, I'm in a different country. Oh gosh, they all speak, no, hardly anyone's gonna speak Spanish, and I'm kind of freaking out, but in a good way, in a bad way. Okay, so I get off of the plane, and I get all of my bags. I'm like, I just look so confused. I just look like a confused American white girl. So I get all of my bags. I go through like these big doors, and as soon as I go through those doors, there's like so many people with signs and cheering. I don't know. I don't really know. It was all a blur. And I go through like these people, like security people, and this one guy, he spoke to me in Spanish, and I just looked at him like, I'm sorry, I don't know Spanish yet. He started talking to me, I'm like, sorry, no hablo español. He says, follow me, I'll take you where you need to go. I'm like, okay, sure. And so he turns around, and I follow him with like my big cart because I have so much stuff with me, and he takes me like through these crowds, and he's like walking so fast, and I'm trying to keep up as best I can. And once we're like halfway there, he like turns back to me and gives me like a frustrated look, and I'm like, why are you frustrated with me? He comes over here and he grabs my cart, and then he like shoves his way through his people. I'm like, apparently I wasn't fast enough for you. Jeez. So we finally get to the line, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I mean, it wasn't even that far away. I could have found that on my own, even in a different country. It wasn't that difficult. I've been in an airport before. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay, bye. And he looks at me, and he's like, And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I didn't ask for your help. You sought me out. And I'm like, I'm sorry, no dinero. Like, okay, I had money, but it was like all 20s, and I knew that it was worth way more than the money here, and I didn't want to give him so much money, and I didn't want to like pull up my wallet because I had everything together, which was like a couple $100, and I didn't want to pull it all out and like show him how much I had, because then I was like, oh my god, people are gonna see, someone's gonna steal from me, someone's gonna rob me, someone's gonna kidnap me. I am so dramatic. Oh my gosh. And I was like, sorry, no dinero. And he, oh my god, he gives me the funniest look. He gave me like a, yeah, okay, little white American girl, okay. Tell me one more time that you don't have money. It was a look I will never forget. And I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't have any money. It was so embarrassing, but kind of funny at the same time. And he kept on. He was like, come on. I'm like, dude, no, go away. It was so embarrassing. And he finally walked away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these, like, is that how everyone, like, if I ask for help, are they gonna ask me for money? Okay, so I finally get him off my ass, and I wait through the line. I get to the front bar, and by this time, my flight's leaving in like 20 minutes too. I only had like an hour layover, so I'm kind of freaking out. And I get to the place, and I'm like, and she's asking like for my ticket, my passport. She's like, oh honey, we can't check you in, and like I can barely understand her too, so I'm like, she says, oh, I'm sorry, like that, we can't check you in, your flight's already closed, like there's no way you can go. I'm like, okay, like I kind of figured that was gonna happen, but hearing the words really hurt. And I'm like, okay, can you get me another flight? And then like the next flight, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, like we cannot do that here, we do not have the authority to do that here. And I'm like, okay, where do I go to do that? And she sends me to the other part of the airport. I go over there, wait in the line, and I tell them my situation, and they're like, oh, sorry, we cannot do that here. And I was like, oh, okay, where do I need to go? And they send me literally to the same people, and I'm like, oh, I just was there, and they told me that you guys did that. And he's like, we are not American Airlines, we do not do this. And I'm like, okay, do you know who else I can ask? And so they send me to a different line, and I asked them, I'm like, I'm sorry, we do not do that. And then they tell me to go to the same people, and at this point I'm like so frustrated, and I'm like, can you people just help me? They finally tell me to go to this new line, and so I'm like, okay, like what else am I gonna do? I gotta try that out. And to go back, I had to like go outside the airport and then walk outside on the sidewalk and then go back in. And as I'm walking out there is this like taxi, I don't know, he was just standing there, and like I made eye contact with him. God forbid I made eye contact with him, and I looked away because I was like, I was trying. Okay, for that first guy was trying to swindle me on my cash. I tried not to make eye contact with anyone because like literally every single person was like wanting to help me, and I'm like, I don't want your help if I have to pay you. Leave me alone. So I walk outside, and I'm like, obviously, like I'm so frustrated at this point. I'm mad that people keep on asking me for money, so I'm like, I'm gonna do this on my own. And I walk past, and he's like, miss, and I gave him like a, I don't know what kind of look I gave. I feel like I gave him kind of a dirty look, but like a leave me alone look, like, I don't know. So he's like, miss, and I'm just like, leave me alone. He's like, let me help you. I know everything about this airport. Like, let me help you. I'm like, okay, fine. Like, what? That's not gonna hurt anything. And so I tell him my situation. He's like, oh, I know everything about every airline. Like, tell me. And I'm like, and I told him my situation. He's like, oh yes, I know exactly where you need to go. And I'm like, oh really, do you? Accent though. And he's like, yes. And he's like, if you come with me across the street into, and he pointed like to this, I don't know if it wasn't an abandoned building, but it was a building where I did not see any people going over there. I saw it was like a parking lot and like a parking garage. I just saw no people, and I saw no airline workers over there. And he's like telling me to like follow him and go over there. And literally, I was like, what? No, I'm not gonna go over there with you. I see no one. Like, I don't think. And I was like, oh, thank you, but I think I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna check out this place first. He's like, okay. And I walked away, and I was like, oh my gosh, the vibe he gave and the places he pointed for me to go, I swear I was gonna be kidnapped. It kind of scared me. So I ran. Anyways, I go back into the airport. I wait through another line, and that was literally like an hour-and-a-half line. I finally got a ticket. The ticket that they gave me, it left like in a 45 minutes, 30 minutes. I run through the security. It's a long line, so I have to wait in the line. I like the place where they check your passport. They almost didn't let me pass because apparently you can only be here for 3 months at a time if you're not like a citizen here. And I told them I was gonna be here for 10 months, and they're like, you cannot be here for 10 months. I'm like, oh, okay. I go through security, and by this time it's like they've already started boarding this flight, and I get lost trying to find my gate again. I finally make it, and I'm the last one on, and they were literally calling my name. They see me like walk fasting, walk.
Fast walking. Whew.
They see me fast walking to their gate and like, are you Condado? I'm like, yes! Oh my
my gosh.
I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I made it.
Thank the Lord.
The Lord really got my back on that one. Whew. I kind of don't ever want to go back there, so. Okay, that's all that happened. Thanks for listening.